Hi there, and welcome to another episode of The Road Ahead, a Road Excess podcast. I'm Freddie, your host, and today we're diving into a topic that's absolutely crucial for the sustainability of community transport services, and that's community transport finance. It's a subject that may not always get the spotlight, but it's the backbone of keeping these vital services up and running. Today, we'll not only explore the importance of finance in community transport, but also discuss the challenges providers face, some innovative solution services are employing, and some potential finance models that could help ensure long-term sustainability. So, whether you're involved in running a community transport service, a volunteer, or simply someone who relies on these services, this episode is packed with valuable insights. So, buckle up and let's jump in. Let's start today by talking about why finance is so critical for community transport. At its core, community transport exists to serve those who might otherwise be isolated, whether due to age, disability, or lack of public transport options. It's about more than just getting from point A to point B. It's about enabling people to maintain their independence, connect with others, and access essential services like healthcare and shopping. But here's the thing, to run these services isn't free, there are costs involved as with anything in life. Vehicles need to be maintained, fuel needs to be purchased, and drivers, whether they're volunteers or paid staff, need to be supported. The financial stability of these services is what allows them to operate consistently without interruptions and meet the needs of the communities they serve. Without proper funding, the impact would be significant. Services could be reduced or cut altogether, leaving vulnerable individuals without access to the support they depend on. That's why understanding and managing community transport finance is so crucial. It's the lifeblood that keeps these services moving, literally and figuratively. With this in mind, let's dig into some of the financial challenges that community transport providers often face. One of the biggest challenges is securing consistent and reliable funding. Many providers rely on a mix of local authority grants, charitable donations, and fees from service users. However, these funding sources can be volatile. Government grants may be reduced as budgets tighten, donations can fluctuate with the economy, and user fees often don't cover the full cost of the service. Then there's the challenge of covering operational costs. Running a transport service isn't cheap. Vehicles need regular maintenance to ensure they're safe and reliable. Fuel costs are another significant expense, and these can vary widely, making budgeting difficult. Insurance premiums, which are necessary to protect both the service and its users, can also rise unexpectedly. Many community transport providers face the added pressure of meeting the growing demand for their services. As populations age and public transport services are reduced, more and more people are turning to community transport. Meeting this demand without a corresponding increase in funding is a major challenge. So what are some of the innovative solutions and best practices that community transport providers can try and use to manage their finances effectively? One approach that's gaining traction is by diversifying income streams. Rather than relying solely on traditional funding sources, some providers are exploring new ways to generate revenue. For instance, when vehicles, such as minibuses, aren't being used for community purposes, they can be hired out for private events or other activities. This not only brings in extra income, but also ensures that vehicles are being used to their full potential and purpose to serve the community. Engaging with the community and local stakeholders is another key strategy. By building strong relationships with local businesses, councils, and the wider community, providers can secure more consistent support. This might come in the form of sponsorships, partnerships, or even in-kind donations such as fuel vouchers or vehicle maintenance services. Technology also plays a critical role in enhancing financial efficiency. Forward-thinking transport management software systems like Road Excess can help providers streamline their operations. This software offers the latest technology for automating scheduling, routes, tracking, automate invoice generation, take online payments, and more, all of which can reduce unnecessary costs and improve service delivery. The more efficiently a transport service operates, the more they can then do to meet the growing needs of their local community. Okay, let's now turn our attention to the fun part of today, exploring potential finance models that community transport providers can consider to ensure long-term sustainability. Finance Model 1, a subscription-based model. In this model, users pay a regular fee, monthly or annually, for access to transport services. This could be particularly appealing for regular users, such as those who need transport to medical appointments or weekly shopping trips. Subscriptions can provide a steady stream of income, which helps with financial planning and stability. Finance Model 2, a social enterprise model. In this model, the transport service would generate income through a mix of service fees, grants, and commercial activities, with profits reinvested back into the transport service. This could involve offering transport services to local businesses or for local events, with the profits supporting the community-focused aspects of the operation. Finance Model 3, crowdfunding and community bonds. Crowdfunding and community bonds are innovative financing tools that could also be explored. Crowdfunding allows providers to raise small amounts of money from a large number of people, typically through online platforms. Community bonds, on the other hand, are a form of investment where individuals or businesses can invest in the transport service in exchange for a financial return over time. Both methods not only raise funds, but also increase community engagement and buy-in. Finance Model 4, pay-as-you-go models. Pay-as-you-go models could also be considered where users are charged a fee each time they use the service. This model could be combined with subsidies for those who can't afford to pay full price, ensuring that the service remains accessible while also generating income. Many services adopt this approach through a booking fee and mileage fee, along with concessionary travel rates. For example, a service might take a £2 booking fee, plus 10 miles at 45p a mile, £4.50, equaling a total of £6.50 for the total journey. The driver gets £4.50 and the service £2. Finance Model 5, public-private partnerships. In these arrangements, a transport provider might partner with local businesses, healthcare providers, or even larger corporations. These partners could provide financial support, sponsorship, or resources in exchange for branding opportunities or demonstrating corporate social responsibility.
If you're looking to optimize your transport services, then RoadXS offers the most user-friendly, scalable transport solution. Whether you're operating a volunteer car scheme, dial-a-ride or DRT services, group travel, patient transport, and more. Visit www.roadxs.com for more information. Now, let's get back to today's episode.
Each of these financial models discussed has its own set of advantages and challenges, but they all offer potential pathways to financial sustainability. The key is to find the right mix of funding sources that align with the specific needs and goals of the community transport service. Looking to the future, it's clear that community transport providers will need to continue being resourceful and adaptable to navigate the financial challenges they face. Embracing a mix of these funding models, from traditional grants to innovative financing tools, will be essential in ensuring these services can continue to meet the needs of their communities. There's also a growing need for greater awareness of the value that community transport brings. By demonstrating the social and economic benefits of these services, providers can make a stronger case for funding, whether it's from government sources, private sector partners, or the community itself. The impact of community transport goes far beyond just providing journeys. It's about enhancing the quality of life, promoting independence, and building stronger, more connected communities. Whilst community transport finance may not always grab headlines, it's one of the most important aspects of maintaining and growing these essential services. By addressing financial challenges head-on and exploring a variety of funding models, community transport providers can ensure they can continue to offer these vital transport services to those who need them most. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of The Road Ahead. If you found this topic helpful, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. And of course, if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to reach out to us on our website at www.roadxs.com. I'll catch you again soon.